ZOM 100. How did this happen? It's been like months. I feel like that's something I'm gonna say for for coming future for a lot of different shows that I've watched and held up on and been very behind on with certain things. Anyways, it's been forever. I think when did the last one air? It was end summer season, right? So like September? No shot. Was it September? Like early September? Oh my god. Well, we're here in the middle of February for this. This is going to be interesting. I have no real reason for choosing this to be the show that I'm watching right now as opposed to other things. We got to start chipping away at some of them, and I'm not really in the mood to use my brain too much. And this one, there's not too much. I'm just going to kind of laugh my way through. So, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna end up doing this, so I'm excited for that. This is gonna be similar to the JJK episode, if anybody ended up watching that, where I just combined like a bunch of them together and then we just watched it all in one go. We're gonna kind of do that here with the remaining few episodes. There's not really gonna be a lot of discussion. We'll talk about it at the end, probably just the series overall at the end, and maybe just a little batch of episodes that we watched here, but it's not really gonna be overly like in depth of me giving thoughts and opinions per episode and stuff. You'll see them as we go throughout the episodes, and if there's anything really important that I feel I want to kind of talk about, I'll stop and we'll talk about it in between. But for the most part, we're just gonna skip through everything here, and I'm just gonna kind of watch it to get it out of the way. I just kind of want to get a bunch of this stuff out of the way, and then I can feel like I'm like refreshed and new again to like start over with everything, and I don't feel like I've like fallen incredibly far behind on things. And this is the easiest way for me to kind of go about that, especially because the spring is so packed with things that I'm gonna have to watch. So getting this stuff out of the way and not falling behind on it is what we're gonna end up doing now. Last time Akira returned home with a group of his friends, we find a bunch of outcasts and stuff from the city. Not even just outcasts, but just other people who kind of fled through the forest and everything and found their way to this town and have been living here ever since. We have a group of outcasts who also are making a list of things that they want to do, but as opposed to the optimistic point of view and the things that, you know, are so special that we've never really had the opportunity to, that are just like good things, right? Fun things for you to be able to do. And I guess that's even the wrong way to say it. There's a group of people who also want to do things, but they're more negative. They want to like kill people and blow things up and just cause a whole bunch of mayhem here and make things a mess. So we're going to kind of have to go against that. And I'm assuming Akira is either going to fight up against them, or he's going to have to just do something to be able to convince them otherwise that their way of thinking is kind of flawed and they shouldn't view things that way, and they should view this as a good opportunity to do other things. I don't know, but the people's point of view and stuff was kind of messed up. That's kind of what I remember us being at. I think the dad is going to die at some point, and I think that the thing is Akira needs to kind of realize that his parents are just happy that he's like here and alive. And I think those are like the main things that we're going to kind of drive home. I'm assuming this arc itself is going to last for the remainder of the series. So I'm assuming every episode I watch here today will just be about us being back here and going against these people. I could be wrong, but I would assume that would be the case. And I'm excited to kind of just see what that's gonna be like and just get this kind of out of the way. So hopefully you guys enjoy. If you like it all, like and subscribe to me on to me. Feel free to stick around for, I guess, my thoughts and opinions on the series overall at the end. Leave me in the comments with this episode or series. Let's get going though with episodes 10, 11, and 12. Boy's gonna be looking good. He's got his dreads. I think that's what he said he wanted, right? Yep. Let's go. I was the perfect person for him. Nothing you would know. It was a zombie movie. Oh, of course. Yeah, you did. Never get that opportunity. Yeah. I thought he was just a really good actor. We thought bro was just good at his job. Yep. That's so fucking crazy though. Yeah. I'll never get to see them again. It's all over. You got some good people here.
今はただ願うしかできないんですが、この村のこの生活がこれからもずっと続けばいいなって。
Yeah, well, the zombies from the tunnel are coming, buddy.
そう思うんです。
You found some new friends here.
そうだね。
Some positive thinking ones. Gotta say, I don't fucks with bro's new hairstyle. I'm just saying.
大変興味があります。
おお、まあよくわからんけど、やっぱりかまどで炊いたご飯が一番だいね。
金縄でも貸してくれねえかい。草刈りしてた
No.
バッサリいっちまってよ。
そりゃ大変だい。すぐに持ってくる。
絵師を招いて逆に危険なので、むやみに縛らない方がいいですよ。傷口を心臓より高く上げて、まずは局所圧迫、次に動脈。
They're gonna fall in love too.
ずいぶん詳しいね。お医者さんかい？
No, I'm just somebody who had too much time on their
興味
hands.
があって、医学書を少し読んだだけで。
なんだい、お医者さん。今日は朝から腰の調子が悪くてよ。
いやだから。
This is what happens. You say something and you rope your way into becoming this. This is all you. It's all your fault for trying to be helpful. You deserve this.
落ちると出世するって言われてるんさ。兄ちゃんも落ちてみる。
No.
あの子。ああ、町から逃げてきた子だい。
Alone?
もう両親を亡くして家族と呼べるのはあの犬子だけになっちまったんだっつう話だい。
Did the dog carry her all the way?
そこを見たことがね。あんな小さ
So you're gonna jump in to try and make her happy? Think she'll find it funny? What if she does it and you just do it and you look stupid?
芸人になりたくてジャグリング練習中なんだ。よかったら見物してってくれないか？いて股間は見えないから安心しろよな。
That would be some crazy talent, dude.
もしかしてお兄さんロリコン？どうして私なんかに話
Why would you even say something like that to me?
イタリアじゃ女性には常に笑顔を忘れない。女性を褒めないのは失礼に当たるんだぜ。
Well, I'm not Italian, so.
変なの。お兄さん、イタリア
Yeah,
人
he's not either.
やっと笑ってくれたな。まあ、他の練習中のも見てくれねえか。
Not if they're gonna involve you not having your. Okay.
やめとく。
Yeah. Well, sorry, this is still a child. Go through each of the characters and the different people and things they're exploring and learning throughout the village. Cool. All separately as well, but cool.
この辺りにはクマゾンビもイノシシゾンビも出るようになってきたからさ、害獣用の電気柵を強化してその電力源にもなっているんさ。
なるほど。
Some very clever working people here.
でもピリッとする程度のもんだけどね。
Not enough.
そういえば
But it's something.
ベアちゃん、くれぐれもこれには触らんように。
As the sign says, don't do it.
どうで人とのつながりについて考えるようになりました。
So many new ones are gonna be formed
何
here.
をするにも手間がかかる。だから助け合わないと生きていけない。
Yep.
不便だから人とつながれるんです。ここでは仕事がすべて目に見えて。
And we spend the whole first half here building something like this up and the peace and the positive things that can come from it before I'm assuming we reintroduce the people from the end of the previous one.
そっちは？鶏閉めた。トラウマでもう鳥は食えねえわ。
あれな。
お？あいつってもしかして。
Yep. And then the reintroduction of fucking weirdo.
ああ、日暮。お前も生きてたんだな。俺だよ俺、龍崎。久しぶりだな。
Huh? Run away.
言っちまった。
日暮って？
覚えてないのか？ほら、境内でパンキョ同じクラス。
ああ。
半年くらいでほとんど来なくなって、ニートみたいな。
He did mention that, yeah. He would not conform. People who are the exact opposite of you, yeah. Always happy, have friends, willing to do shit. Yeah, I can take that from them. So much fun alone, yeah. Now it gives him a drive, right?
よかったら一緒に飲まねえか。
の
Why not?
構わねえよ。
こんなに細かったっけ？
Yeah, we're building more towards him going.
白髪もあんなに増えて。しばらく会わないうちに なんだかすげえ小さくなっちまったんだ。
As he gets older, you let so much time pass, yeah? I mean...
ここでの暮らしも悪くないもんだなって。それに
You idiot, it's only been like 2 days.
親父一人で耕すのは大変だろうし、お袋だって人手があった方が楽だろうし。
で縮こまってどうするんだい。男ならもっとでっけえ夢を持って生きやがれ。
なんだよそれ。人がせっかく親孝行。
You don't need to. We've been through this, brother.
自分だってただの田舎の
Yeah. It's either straight regret from it, or he's always wanted this, but I'm assuming it's regret of himself, and he wants you to live that out now.
親父の
Yeah.
若い頃の夢は
Poke around a little bit. Really pretty sky.
この地球を見てみたいと思ったことはねえが。
I can't say I had.
人間ってのは宇宙から地球を見るとありえないくらい脳が衝撃を受けるっつうぞ。学校を卒業して社会に出れば今までの世界が小さかったと気づくように、村を出て東京に出れば今までの世界が小さかったと気づくように、ガキの頃からずっと宇宙飛行士になりてんだよ。
I like how passionately he's like or like I guess that's the right word, yeah.
今のところ実現しようもねえんだがな。
なんだよそれ。
I'll give you.
親父って案
Yeah.
外お茶目な大人だったんだな。
ああ。
Just a joker,
138年
right?
の宇宙の歴史に例えりゃ80年の人生なんてたかが 0.1 秒。だから縮こまってんじゃねえよ。
Reach for them.
夢を持て。
Find that as big as you can. Yep. Beautiful.
男は夢がなきゃクラゲになっちまう。ところでアキラ、どうでもいいが、その
It doesn't. No.
驚くほどにやってねえぞ。
うるせえ。やりたかったんだよ。
Full first time experience too. You're fucking 20 something now, and this first time it'd be like this, right? Yeah. Uh-oh. Well, shit's about to get funky. Remove the barricades, touch the box that says do not touch. The outbreak begins. We're going to fucking war, boys. Just fuck everybody up. Why do you think you're so safe from them? Caught you with your pants down, brother. The invasion. Oh, fuck, they're swarming. A decision. Just listen to the man. They made it all this time after the outbreak and shit began, you know? This is also why you created all these connections and stuff, right? People look after others. And you learn so much more about these people and how capable a lot of them can really be, right? Come on, boys. Fall back for now. You don't really have time. It's a battle of dreams. A battle of bucket lists. Nice. Of course.
程度の低圧なので危険はないはずです。
そうなのか。
思いっきり感電してる。
電圧がここまで高く。
Look at the box. Look at the box.
誰かが電圧を上げて漏電遮断機を。ちょっと待って。じゃあゾンビから村を守るための電気柵に私たちは閉じ込められたってこと？
Funny how that works.
これを。
ごめんだ。一体何のために？
どうせ
いつかみんなゾンビになっち
Might as well have a little fun
だったら
before
それまでにやりたいことやっとかないと損だよな。
see everyone else turn into one.
その音はことはやっぱこれかな。
Look at you right in front of
お
me.
前がゾンビになる姿をこの目で見届けてやれや。
Good luck, buddy.
ふざけんなよ。アキラに一体何の恨みがあるってんだ。
大学
He
で
smiled. He enjoyed his time. I don't fuck with
お
that.
前が気に
やりたいことやって楽しんで生きようってのは、
But we have much more that we still need to keep doing, so we have to put a stop to them.
アキラ、お
We're
前
going
何
to
言って
war,
んだ。
brother. Nope.
自分の自由を主張したけりゃ同じくらい他人の自由も尊重しようよ。
Both at 38 as well. No. Not the dog. Whatever. She went to look for the dog. I wouldn't die, brother. Mm-hmm.
もしかしてもう
He's losing it.
大丈夫だい。
One last ride, brother.
こんな時にマウンティング
What?
心配したんだから
Okay. Why the dog look like that?
一人で勝手に。
Yeah, you can't lose everything. That's all she has, yeah.
とにかく
Oh, that's a fun effect because of the window. No.
お前は
落ちればいい。どこにも居場所のない毎日。落ちて落ちて、俺は不幸のどん底だ。だからお前らも。
There's gonna be a lot of one-on-ones, huh? They're all gonna split and do this.
ここから落ちて、ゾンビの餌になればいいんだ。
Why don't you? I would opt that you should.
早く水死を止めて電気を立たなければ
She's the exact kind of fighter we needed here. Oh, the other lady's on you. That means the fat dude's gonna be on Shizuka, and our main other guy is gonna be on Akira. Oh, fuck.
高等学校剣道選抜
God damn.
2年連続ベスト4
Yeah, but she's a samurai.
日本オタクのチャンバラごっこじゃお話にならないわよ
Fangirling? Nah, don't let her say that. Your training isn't for nothing.
先短いジジババのことは気
You
に
have
せず
so much longer to live
あ
out.
んただけでも生き延びておくれ
And the choice of, are you more important than others? How do you value others?
こっちはゾンビだもん
Alright, idiots, let's go.
母ちゃん
必ず皆さんを助ける
Well, somebody comes in to save his parents. The goat. If you want to pay him back, just keep him alive as long as you can.
生きてきてねえんだ。組織しようにも相手すらいねえし。
I sure as hell won't let you die here. Yeah.
もっと先だ。
There's so much more we need to do.
何もできてねえんだよ。
Get the fuck in here.
親父。
どうしても親孝行がしてんかい。だったら親より先にくたばるんじゃねえ。結婚当初は心安らぐ家庭を築きたいと人並みに願っていた。しかし気づけば家に居場所はなく、バーやネカフェで時間を潰して帰宅する毎日。
Damn, dude.
今じゃ車の中だけが落ち着く。
Alright, bro.
米田さんのご主人課長に昇進したんですって。連休は家族でシンガポール。いいわよね。じゃあ私たちは家族でお食事に行ってくるから。
女房との関係はとっくに冷え込み、週に一度あるかないかの会話は嫌味か悪態。もはや関係を修復する気力も。
God damn, dude. Bro hasn't been happy one day in his fucking life. Bro. I'm uncomfortable. I know somebody's gonna come, but like... The word force is so unnecessary. I'd rather be a zombie. Look at those things. Yeah, because you're fucking weird like this, dude. So he's similar to the other guy, where he just like assumes others are gonna kind of work around him, when it doesn't usually work like that. Just burn this bitch off, yeah. Once again, something else for your own good and your own benefit, buddy. There's no way you have that many bullets. Would not call it unlucky. Wake up. Oh, he's about to do some crazy shit. You can just tell because of his hair. Come on, brother. Yeah, so they're all basically the same. God, you guys all work great as a group, for being honest. That's the thing, though. Sometimes people like they're right, you know, but like it's that like assertiveness of thinking that you are. Yeah, and claiming to be victim and everything. Have you ever fucking done anything, dude, besides complain? No. Yeah. Come on. That's like all you do is have the hard work in life. So to idolize the idea of this. They still censor it in the back. You expect everything to form around you. Come on, brother. Into the shit. Come on. I'll take you with me, brother. Oh, he's... I was gonna say, that's a long jump. Alright, now he's gonna grab him and fucking pull him into it. Take off the pants, brother. Do what you do best. You did not have to go head first. No, he's sinking. No. And his plan backfired. Just okay, bro. I don't even want to see him when he gets out. Yeah, good. Keep him like that. Yeah. Let's...
あったことが一度でもあったんかい。戦後の農地改革で大規模事業が衰退して。
Oh shit, he's dropping knowledge, dude.
後継者問題に悩まされ、 それでも必死にクワを握ってなんとかやってきたんじゃねえかい。打ちのめされても今年こそはって
Voice a reason for the villain.
今日まで生きてきたんじゃねえかい。ゾンビグレーなんて
What a speech. Oh, they're willing to fucking do anything for you now.
認知
I don't even know what that means.
現に今笑っていながら俺ついてないのはお前の方だろ。
You spoke too soon, brother. You should just fucking put it through bro's head, if we're being real. That's crazy shooting, though. The boy. How about a bunch of old men? Look at that. You gave to them, you come back around. Perfect. You're not deserving, brother. I disagree. Oh, fuck her up. Fuck her up.
スーパーの店員はガムを噛みながら接客しまけれど私にとってはそれが当然の暮らしでした。お前も私の正しさを
What a move. What a move. Look at her using her fucking brains. The one thing I bet nobody thought she would have. Look at her, dude. Oh my god. Yeah. Move yourself from yourself, brother. Just crush her with the wheel. Good, let it happen too. Oh no. Don't save her, don't save her. Please don't save her. Let's go. I'm just stuck. This man's giving it his all. No excuses around here. He wants you to see out your dream, brother. Give you everything he can. No. Oh. I'm not sure either. Oh no. Oh. I'll do this myself. Life peaked back in the days. That's so fucking sad. In elementary school. Suffocated it, no way of getting out. Yeah. At least it did something. Someone who struggles so hard to find the things that they want, hating the others who naturally have that and almost seem like they don't care, you know? Yeah, and everyone else has the just naturally. I'm gonna die anyways, brother, so it's alright. That'd be the worst thing you could do, yeah. Because no parent should have to watch that, right? It's gonna happen.
アキラ、どの道も
Mm.
長くはねえ命だから。
すぐ見つかるかもしれねえし、明日にだってゾンビを倒すワクチンができてるかもしれねえじゃん。このままじゃ俺、親父にまだ何も親孝行を。
Still that glowing optimism that comes from him.
人様の助けになれ。親が死んでも親孝行はできる。おめえが立派に生きてく姿を天国からでも見られりゃな。
That's all I can ask.
そいつが俺の何よりの誇りってもんだい。
He remains consistent through absolutely everything that he says. You have to make a decision for yourself now.
もう出てきそうにねえな。
I didn't come out, I just opened the door. They all go out through the back, just sneak around. Well, we got the makeup artist in there, so I'm assuming they fucking pulled some fast shit last minute. I don't know how, but trick his way to come and get close and pull her down to his level. About that. Hey. Oh, it's a fun transition. I don't know how we had time for that, but alright.
熊を作って頬をこけさせあざを作る。血のりは洗濯洗剤も足せばネバネバ感が出る。歯の汚し
And the fact that she just has all this already, just sitting on her, great. Whatever, we don't need to apply logic, it worked. Yeah. Oh, and we checked one off. I attempted to act, I was a cosplayer, I rescued my dad, this is great. Alright, now time to deal with this loser. Then we gotta save everybody in the village still, I guess. The whole thing's on fire, too. I just wanted to be like you. Just two different people with different versions of fun. It's what you felt like you were left with doing, not with what you wanted. Oh. His voice actor is doing a fucking amazing job. I just wanted some friends. You did all this for that? Also, you see somebody so bright like him, and I know it's hard to make that motion and go up, but it's like, I might have tried. He made the effort though too, he ain't even... But then you run from, It's not easy, but at the same time, it's not like they didn't reach out and make the effort either. It's more difficult when you have to be the one who does it. Gotta run away from you. It's a great way to do that. Just like the freedom you wish you once had and could go back to. Wow. Dive in one last time, brother. Snap. Yep. They fucking kill every transition so much that they nail in the show.
お前こそなんでゾンビ
なんかくそ
みんな無事だったのね
急いで脱出だ
She's gonna come in. Oh no, she's on the wheel still. She's gonna come in on the horse. Carefree as ever.
降りられなくなったのでこのまま電気柵を突破していきます
今だみんな走れ
I love him staying all pixelated still and blurred. Oh, they're trapped. I can't walk over the wheel. The bridge down though. Uh-oh. What the fuck do you do? I'm gonna make a new one. Put the zombies. Oh, the dude, our boy, the man of the mountains. The boy. What a fucking guy. Come on, boys. Oh. Oh, they're holding up. They're tied up. They're good, right? Yeah.
歪んだリストだったらあの黒いノートだったら俺が誰もが日暮らしになってたかもしれなかったんだだからどうしてもあいつのことを心底憎む気にはなれない
Just you, brother.
母ちゃんも村のみんなも助からなかった。お前は俺の自慢の息子だよ。
The thing he was looking for the most.
少しくらいは親孝行になったかよ。
村に移って復興の指揮を取ってくれることになった。
Oh, nice and easy, of course.
みんな前よりピンピン
I was wondering how they'd rebuild it. This makes plenty of sense.
この村が昔の姿を取り戻すまでに長くはかかんねえよ。診療所になってくれたじゃないか。
いえ、私は別に医者でもないし。
弱音ばっかし吐いてたジジババどもに元気をくれた。
もっとしっかり晩ご飯までに終わんないよ。
Do as your daughter says, bro.
アンジーすげえキャラ変わってね。
泣いてたって策はできないからね。それにいつまでもゾンビのせいで泣きたくない。笑わせてくれた。
You're seeing how dark it can get, I mean. Yeah.
ありがとう、芸人のお兄さん。
The whole reason why he wants to be what he wants to be, right? Awesome. Awesome. One last conversation.
よく寝てるね。連絡はあるか？アキラは元気でやってるかって。
そりゃ世界がゾンビだらけになったらさすがに不愛想な親父でも。
違う。あんたが東京に行った次の日からだよ。
親父に何かあった時には俺がずっと守るから。俺が親父の代わりにおふくろとこの村を守ってやるからな。親父の病気って何なんだ？
Oh no.
字ってあの字？
そうさ。この人病院嫌いで。
Why?
出血はひでえわ。立ってられねえくれ痛がるわで大変なんだい。
じゃあこのゼーゼーしてるのは？
最近じゃ田舎の夜もめっきり暑くなったからね。 年寄りには寝苦しくなった
You did this for 4 fucking episodes for hemorrhage.
そのままにしとくと痔瘻を併発して命に関わる感染症になる恐れが
I mean, yeah, but like, come on.
村を出ようかな。
Chase your dream, brother.
村はどうするのよ。
Well, they got this.
アキラさんは家を出て何をするつもりなのですか？
That's the big
前
question.
に静香さんが言ってたように、ゾンビの原因がウイルスだとしたらさ。
It's our job to find that. Or at least he's gonna take that on.
解決策を見つけて、親父に痔の手術を受けさせてやろうかなって。会の役に立て。それが親父の遺言だからな。
まだ死んでない。
I was gonna say.
世界を救うか。
Oh, welcome back. But it's a big dream. Yep.
悪くね。
Yep. Let's add it to the list. Let's save the fucking world. Anything new you experienced here that makes you want to add shit? Just like her, right?
私は今度こそ子供の頃の夢を
You
叶え
can
たい。
chase yours.
私
Perfect.
はまだゾンビだらけの日本しか観光できていませんから。
Mm.
いいねいいね。その調子で日本中でやりたいことをどんどん書いちゃおう。
Our journey across Japan began.
イルカと泳ぎたい。あしらいの食べてみたかったです。
Found yourself a great group of friends, didn't you? And the list just expands. Beautiful.
帰ってきたら見せてよね。ケツからうどん生きがいするやつ。
いいってもう。佃煮ばっかこんなにいらないってば。
You never know, dude. You never
気
know.
持ちすっから
Yeah.
おめえがどっかで腹すかせてねえか
You always
そればっ
got
かり
it.
が心配だからよ
おふくろ。
アキラ。母ちゃんのことは任せろい。
Yeah, if your hemorrhoids don't fucking kill you, bro.
じゃあみんな。ちょっとそこ
The
まで。
proper farewell. Goodbye. Jesus. Yeah, a little bit. It'll come along the way. Yeah, have some fun. That we finished our wonderful journey through ZOM 100. I guess I'll talk a little bit about the few episodes that we watched, and I guess the overall like themes and stuff, and the way that I kind of felt throughout them, and then we'll talk a little bit about the series overall, and then we'll kind of leave it at that. I'm not going to go too crazy in depth with any of this. We'll keep it kind of short and sweet, I think. And I think a lot of it kind of spoke for itself, but I will say some things that I particularly liked or disliked or whatever, and we'll let it go from there. So these few episodes specifically, I thought were really, really strong, taking a different approach where comedy and stuff is mixed in at moments. It felt very serious in comparison, especially at many different moments, and a lot of the stuff can connect or relate, I would assume, to certain people and different viewers, depending on if you've gone through those situations or felt those things. And I can relate, I guess, in some of the situations and not necessarily in others, but just that feeling of overall, I think, from everybody else wanting to do something for someone else. That's the big thing, specifically with Akira wanting to pay back and give other things. But with everybody else, right? Shizuka wanted to protect the villagers and do stuff for them too. And Kensho wanting to specifically like get this girl kind of out of her shell, right? And allow her to see these things and smile and actually like be happy within the world and stuff that she's in. And forcing her almost to not go down the route essentially that I can't remember everybody's name, but the dude who basically turns into a zombie throughout this episode, right? Not go down a route similar to almost like he did, where you peak at some point in your life, you feel like everything's kind of taken from you, and unlike them, where they just assume that they have really bad luck and, you know, everyone's kind of out for them and against them and there's nothing positive out there, she really did lose absolutely everything. And then him being able to be that kind of light within her life in a way and kind of give that back to her and give her her purpose or understanding that there is more to go out there and kind of find, I think is so great and so excellent for us to kind of just see overall, I think, with everybody and in the journey that they go on throughout these episodes of finding what it is that they really want, being okay with things, specifically Akira's dream and wanting to dream big and, you know, follow in the ways that his dad kind of looked at things, but also just wanted to leave that lasting impact on people, wanting to leave that positive impact in, I guess, overall the world, but just the people that you feel are very close to you, and give to them things that, you know, that's things that would make you happy, right? It's a common thing that doing things for others typically make you a lot more happy and more fulfilled inside than doing things for yourself or acting selfishly, despite sometimes people thinking that they're doing the right thing and doing things for themselves and, you know, finding happiness for themselves in those things. A lot of times it comes down to like actually doing things for others, and a lot of it comes from there, which I think is something that we can really highlight and see throughout a lot of these last 3 episodes, specifically, that I think are very key things to kind of just keep focus on, or keep the idea on. And it does an excellent job at driving us forward and finding the rest of what we're going to do overall for the series, right? Giving all the characters the rest of their dreams and goals and the things that they're going to add to the bucket list and that we're going to actually seek out for, but also exploring what the rest of the series essentially will be. And while we can keep up and do the exact things that we've done throughout the entirety of this season, and we can continuously exploring and learning and finding new people and doing all these things, the end goal is ultimately to follow and finish basically what Akira's dream is, right? To get everybody to a point that the world stabilizes itself at some point, that he accomplishes his goal, which then allows people like Shizuka and everyone else to kind of actually achieve their goals with the world kind of in a more solid state once again. And I think that that is such a wonderful way for us to drive that forward. You have that mini arc that allows everybody to find those important things to them and the things that they may have lost overall at one point in their life, and those dreams and the things that kind of have driven them to get to the point of where they are today, or maybe that they've lost ways or lost their way along the way, and ultimately end up retracing and finding back to the thing that they actually want, and deep down what it is that they want. Being able to see that, I mean, Buddy's dream was literally just to jump in the pool once more with his friends, right? Go back to the point where he felt that he peaked within high school or elementary school, which is fucking even sad just to begin thinking about. But having that idea that even he's able to accomplish that and get back to that, and along the way he loses himself and he's not able to retrace exactly what it is that made him so happy and what deep down he wanted. And while he puts on this front and, you know, proposes that all these other things will make him happy and actually fulfill himself and fill that void that he's kind of missing, and they're just kind of ways of him putting up barriers in a way, like in front of himself and telling himself that these are the things that he wants, when not really deep down it is. And once you're able to kind of be pushed back against the wall and the entirety of, I guess, these episodes of people having to basically fend for their lives, right? Finding in these moments how scary these things could be and understanding that all these things could be lost, you might be able to really reach within and find those things that matter the most to you. And I think that they're able to pull all that stuff out. So it's a really, I think, powerful message overall that gets presented through the last few episodes, that takes on a different tone for the most part of it as well, that I think is really excellent. And it's not that it wasn't present or relevant throughout the entirety of the series, because it definitely was. It's just the tone of them fit so differently, but presented such like we're like in this dark state that ultimately we can come out by the end of it and get to see, and then it gets you excited to see actually how these new versions of ourselves are going to kind of act going forward. It's similar to when you get through like a training arc, right? But not just a training arc where you're just like getting stronger, a training arc where you're mentally kind of putting yourself in a situation where you are becoming much stronger, situation almost where you have to dig within and really find who you are and find the things that you want and find the things that you can be and what you actually are capable of. And after you finding those, pushing yourself through to those limits and actually going even further and farther beyond that and really seeing what you're made of, right? It's like those types of training arcs in a way. And this is essentially that exact same thing. It's the mental training, right? It's not intentionally, but just seeing really what you are capable of when you're faced with the worst situation imaginable, which is literally death, and Akira's situation also having to watch the potential, his family and everybody dying in those moments too, really pushing them to the point, or pushing himself to the point of having to develop and actually push forward. And now after you have all that stuff together and all these characters form this list at the end and find the things that they want. When we ultimately get to see that, if we get to see it in another season, or whether you go and read the manga and get to progress more through, you're going to see the characters in a different light almost going forward, which is a very, very excellent thing that I think that they were able to do here. That's all I really have to say, I think, about the episodes overall. I like the arc for what it was and all the things that it kind of presented, and I think that it wrapped up extremely, extremely nicely. The series as a whole, I guess we can talk about now, does something so cool by utilizing a genre and a topic of zombies and just the infected kind of coming in and basically taking over the world, right? And forcing us to be in this state of everything just falling apart, right? Instead, we flip that kind of on its head and don't worry about, oh, we just have to survive. We worry about different ways that we can accomplish things before we're ultimately going to end up dying, right? Not trying to just, oh, we got to prolong it just so that we can stay alive and see how we can overcome this. Instead, let's do a bunch of things before we ultimately have to become this thing, and then we can make sure that we fulfilled it and lived out our lives. Well, by the back end of the series, we end up finding out a lot of the things is our characters don't, of course, have any intentions of dying and actually want to go out of their way to do, I guess, similar enough to a lot of the other stories that you would end up seeing, where they would like to go finding ways to kind of put a stop to it by the end, and kind of return the world and everything back to normal, but not solely focusing on that and taking themselves in the world and just life and everything way too serious, and instead kind of laying back a little bit, enjoying it, and finding the little things in life, and taking this as like such a special opportunity that they wouldn't have had granted otherwise. And I think it's so excellent. The first episode just presents it so perfectly, and I think like of somebody who really just like needed something like this to kickstart their lives, right, and put them out of that hell that they are, and that tireless loop that they're almost in within life, and working constantly and finding themselves in situations that they don't want, but just ways that can kind of get them by, that aren't actually fulfilling in any sort of way, to ultimately be able to be put into this world. It's such a crazy concept to think about that, like that somebody would much rather be within this apocalypse so that they have more freedom and don't have to go to work than actually do. Like, it's fucking insane to really think about. And I think so much of it is presented well. I think the one thing that I love the most about the way this is presented, and I do wonder how the manga is, so I'd have to go back and look, but just the direction overall of the series. So many episodes, specifically episode 1, but like even just in this batch that we watched today, so many different things stand out to me, of just like the use of color, right? The decision to not just use things like looking like blood, especially on the zombies, and using the different colors, the way that they do, the way of making everything black and white at certain moments and allowing the colors to kind of pop out more, the use of the different aspect ratios, specifically when you're telling flashbacks, and different ways of just like presenting things. There's some of the transitions that they do and some of the overlays of putting characters over certain things in flashback moments, or changing the way that the backgrounds and stuff look and doing things. So much of it is so like just perfect in the way that it's presented. And a lot of the shows I feel like I watch, a lot of the times I think you could look at it and be like, the director is like probably really good because he has a great team and everybody who worked on this is like excellent. For whatever reason, when I just watch the show, I feel there's such a clear vision of what is trying to be presented and when, and it feels almost so unique. It doesn't feel like everything else that I kind of have watched before. And I think that's such a strong quality. So hats off to the director overall, and I guess anybody else who kind of just storyboarded and was episode directing each and every episode involved throughout this. I think they made such a lasting and strong impact, on top of it being extremely well animated throughout, while being fairly consistent almost the entire way throughout. Unfortunately, having the hiccups of having to sit through and you know, wait many months before we were able to finally get the last batch of episodes, and the constant delays that were ultimately leading up to it. Regardless, I think it's such a excellent series all the way through, and it still looks extremely quality all the way through. It's just unfortunate the situation that they found themselves in, which just puts me in a situation where I have to question overall the industry and stuff, of like, knowing they're not going to be done, instead of forcing people to like work against these strong deadlines, why not just give them the whole extra season and let it air in the fall, and they would have actually been able to have every single episode air on time. Like, to me, that just makes plenty of sense. Like, I just don't understand it, and it unfortunately killed a lot of the momentum that we had driving forward a little bit from there. Our characters are really fun throughout the entirety of the series. The use of the bucket list and everything is really cool, but characters specifically, Akira's I think is a great main character. Him and Kensho's kind of relationship is so perfect, and I think that having them in such a dynamic duo like them together works out extremely well and allows for the comedy, but also the serious moments, and that connection of like kind of that brotherhood in a way coming out, I think is so strong, and that reliance and trust almost on each other is really great. Shizuka's really fun because she is just so different than them, and she's almost like that sheltered version that takes things a little bit too serious, but deep down really does want to have a lot of fun and kind of be like them, but actually can't. So she has to be the voice of reason. But when those moments kind of come out, you get to see the joy that actually really comes through with her and shines through, and it's fantastic. And also just her character design is fucking phenomenal. So that just adds to it. All the characters are designed pretty uniquely and well, and I actually enjoyed that a lot. And I think that's one of the better things I would say throughout the series. Even a lot of the people that we meet, I mean, the older people and stuff that we meet towards the end, like nothing like particularly I guess stands out with them, but I just feel like a lot of the things and people presented throughout the series were pretty well done. Beatrix also being introduced and being our character, although we only got to see her for a few extra episodes, she was still great and a great addition to the team. Once again, somebody who's entirely different from everybody else that also fits extremely well, playing your typical character of just a person who comes from overseas who's really obsessed with Japan and just the culture and everything involving it, and wanted to just kind of see that, but unfortunately being here at like the worst time of fucking year. But she creates such like a extra moment, right? Like an extra thing that we can kind of add to the series, and add to just the dynamic of everybody with being somebody who's actually like physically capable like everyone else, it seems like, and actually just having and presenting all these different and crazy ideas and the things that she's able to do. I mean, and she just adds such like a wild card element that I think is great. The OP is fantastic. The song is great. The visuals that go along with it are great, and the dancing and everything, it's very quality. I do wish it was like that the entire way and we didn't slowly build up to it, but I guess they didn't want to kind of like reveal and spoil too much of things that are kind of gonna end up coming at some point. That would be my assumption, unless it literally just wasn't done, but I don't believe that to be the case at all. I think it literally is just they were using it as ways to kind of reference the previous episodes in them, which I actually like that idea and that style of it, and I guess building it to the point that you can ultimately reveal and show everything and then no longer having to block that, I think is great. And overall, I don't have any issues with that. I do wish it was just consistent the entire way through. It's not like you're going to spoil too much. I mean, even if you do, you do. Like, it's not the biggest deal. At that point, you should have just did it entirely different that didn't have things in it that would spoil stuff. But I mean, I don't know. I loved it. I thought that was fantastic. The ED had very fun visuals of being able to see all of our group together, which, I mean, then again, spoils a character entirely there. So like, it's not like it really matters too much. And the song for the ED was fantastic as well, and I absolutely love that. The pacing and just vibe of the show overall, whether it just be through the visuals or just, like I said, the pacing of it, or just the connection and the comedy that the characters kind of have and how well they kind of bounce off of each other and play off of each other. A lot of the background music kind of elevating itself and coming in worked really well, especially when they would utilize or put in the OP or ED at moments that kind of lead into the OP or lead into the ED, or instead just kind of not have one of them but just use it as background. It was fantastic every single time. Just a really fun quality production overall, that I definitely think has a lot of lessons and things that you can kind of extract from it, and it's just simple as like, oh, this is just like a funny little spin on something. I think it's just really good, and I think everybody should probably end up taking it up and watching it. Definitely will be something that any friends kind of asking for things in certain genres, it'll be something I recommend at some point, and I would hope that you felt the same way and kind of do as well. Fortunately, having so much momentum and everything killed throughout the months and stuff that it was airing, so we got to kind of gain that back if you want people to end up watching it at some other point, I would assume. I don't have too much more I really want to say. Like I said, we're going to keep it kind of short and brief for the most part. Overall, I'm probably feeling like a low 8, I would say. Maybe if I looked at it overall and we just watched it and I binged it, or if we watched it back to back and there weren't all the delays and everything, and I had much more of like a solid thing. I mean, you got to think I started watching this in July, and I finished now in middle of February. It's like, and that's, I mean, through choice of my own by waiting and being delayed and stuff, but that's what I mean. Some things can kind of blur and stuff, so who knows. But I do know that that's roughly around, I think, where I would end up feeling regardless, and I think it is just overall really quality and just a fun, unique experience that I would absolutely love to watch again, or continue if they end up coming out with another season, or whether if they don't and I decide to read the manga maybe years down the line at some point. But it's great, and I'm very happy to kind of experience experienced and gone through and done this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you like it all, hit the like and subscribe to me on. Maybe feel free to check out the other videos on the channel. Leave me comments with this episode or series. We got a couple more things that I still got to catch up on and finish through, and then hopefully we can start a bunch of new things, probably older shows, and maybe I can binge through them a little bit quicker, and we can kind of get stuff done. Also, let me know if you like these style of things where I just kind of watch many episodes at once and then we talk about things a little bit later. They would be more so in the format of I don't want to watch older shows and I just kind of want to sit down and watch like 5 episodes at once and not like talk about them as much, and then we can just talk about them a little bit at the end or talk about them as I go through. I know a lot of people just care about the reactions and don't actually sit around for the discussions and stuff, but if you do like discussions and stuff but still enjoy this type of content and stuff, let me know too. I would not be against doing something along these lines, and the amount of time it takes me to do the discussions and actually watch the episode, I could usually get 2 done for that time, so it's like pretty productive in that case of pumping out a lot more instead. So let me know though. Thank you once again for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. See you guys hopefully in another video. Have a good one. Peace.